hit a warehouse. Is that it? We hit the basement.
Wasn't warehouse. It was the Fog Hounds were keeping in the basement of a kind of an upscale clothier that happens to be like across the docks from some of the rougher parts of town.
Yeah.
Where you hit and murdered. Poor Jared.
Oops.
Sorry.
Mea culpa.
Mea maxima culpa.
I'm just saying. My bad.
Yep. Bringing up a bit of heat on you. So about that heat, tell me a little bit about the ways in which you gain your money. It's part of its protection rackets and stuff, but like what are the you got specific people that you go after, or
the goal is and this is Primo's thought here, because Primo fancies himself as the impresario of a soon-to-be empire of sorts, to get money from the community, but also actually protect, not a protection racket. Like, he looks at it like taxes.
Yeah.
Serious tax. Jesus Christ, don't do that, Paul. He looks at it like it's not a racket. He wants to take care of the people and do it right, and he doesn't trust the empire or the Imperium. He doesn't trust the Lord Governor, and he doesn't trust the other gangs. And he wants to do it old school, which is why they have this grudging respect for Ulf Ironborn, is that we take care of each other, and we're the strong ones in the community, so we're the ones who have to provide. So they've got to fund their military. We're their military.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you take care of the ones who can't take care of themselves. And we've discussed this.
As misguided as he may be, that's the way he sees it.
I mean, they've got a little bit of money they can spare, and we've got a little bit of killing we can spare, and it works out for everyone.
So when I'm looking at, when I go to like the crew sheet and I look at let me find it, the jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and I see extortion, I know as the player that it's extortion. And there are people that I'm totally willing to extort, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about terrorized citizens, when we look at our thing up here, gain or +2 coin for battle or extortion, I look at it like we're trying to build fans for our rugby club.
Yeah, well,
You know what I mean? Or our soccer, or our football club. We're the home team.
It's a tithe. It's not extortion. Just
Yeah.
like people go to church every week and they give their percentage.
Right. We're the ministry. The Ministry of Protection. I mean, the ministry protects.
Ministry of get your ass in gear.
But when we terrorize the citizens, it's more making them afraid of what other people are going to do to them than what we're going to do. We're the ones who are there to protect them. And maybe it's implied that if they don't pay, the bad things that other people might do, we will also do. I mean, to show them what kind of bad things that we're protecting them from.
I'm kind of liking the idea that maybe currently we don't do that. It's purely a voluntary thing, and if they don't want to,
Be right back.
then we just don't protect them. Because then I think later on, when we actually start needing the money, when other people come after us, that we may actually have to start going a bit darker than we want to and trying to find the balance there.
Well, I like well, just looking at the do you have the crew sheet up?
Yeah.
All right, so if you look at layer, the one directly above it, +2 coin for battle or extortion, requires terrorized citizens. I mean, that's the phraseology on it. So I want +2 coin every time we do a battle score, because I get the feeling we're going to fight a lot.
Yeah.
I also, right now, Street Fence looks really good and is a community builder.
And do they have to be terrorized by us, really? I mean, could it be that we're protecting them from some pretty nasty people, so they're just terrorized in
I
general.
mean, and technically, we're showing them, we're telling them in vivid detail what might happen to them if we're not there to protect them.
In theory, this could be you.
Right. And maybe they think that we're saying that we would do these things, although we would never do these things to them.
And we definitely would never say that we would do these things.
Totally would never say we would. That would be irresponsible.
Yeah. And that would just require words we might not have in our vocabulary.
Like, I don't know who you think's going to do this to you. Like, they might come over here and smash all of this up and leave you broken so that your wife and children...
We might do some of the things like they do in like the old Looney Tunes cartoons when the referee at the boxing match would be like, there'll be none of this, and none of this, and none of this.
Look, we just want you to understand that when the Fog Hounds come, and they will, and they want to take money from you, and they will, and they're going to do harm to you like if you don't pay them, and they will, somebody should be there to protect you. But
they might light a fire on this wall, like so.
But
smash all these pots.
But there are those who make sure that we have a place to live, food in our mouths, a bed to sleep upon, and those are the ones we will rush to protect first.
Yeah. Without taxes, how are we going to keep water in the grotto? I mean...
Exactly. We've got to keep running water in our stagnant grotto.
I had to email that girl back, and...
Was it an emergency?
She emailed you a t-shirt?
I got it. It showed up while I was stepped out, so... Like, yes. But I got to go wash my hands now. Huh?
Well, I'm going to go take a bio break, but I think that our next move should probably be grabbing turf or acclaim, unless something other presents itself, because there are two ways we can raise tier through rep, and then we can develop through experience. And we're going to get experience through doing scores. Oh, we didn't do crew advancement experience last time, did we? At the bottom, it says, at the end of each session, mark 1 XP or 2 if it occurred multiple times. Execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab. We did.
You did that? You had challenges above your current situation or station?
Bolster our rep, and we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we developed a new one because I...
Yeah.
Do you think I did?
Well, yeah, you went and killed him, which...
To be fair, though, I mean,
and express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I don't know. Do you think we did that, Paul? Dave? Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
And we weren't really protecting our turf. This was really more like a favor doing for someone else. So, I mean, other than, the nature of being...
Although we are daring, and it was pretty daring.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Other than, that's the only thing I can really think of it being, is like kind of being dangerous and assholes.
So is it cool if we take an XP for that, Michael?
Sure.
All right. So we're halfway through our crew advancement XP. When we fill that up, we get to either take another special ability or take 2 more crew upgrades, which is another way that we can get better.
That's under our rep, or where is that?
That's under our XP on crew advancement. But I'll be right back. I'm bio breaking real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I put her off on for an hour. Hold on, she's emailed me back. A non-question. She just asked me a non-question.
What was the non-question?
She says, actually, I will just ask you that one question that says, what community would you want to live in? Can I say I want to stay here and could put more than one person who inspires me? Of course. Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. Okay. I'm glad now. So hopefully that avoids having to have a special Zoom.
Just reply if you must. Let her mull over that for.
Well, I suppose.
As you wish.
So what's so a lot of your stuff right now? The money you have coming in, a lot of it has to do with like that protection rackets.
Mm-hmm.
What's one of the people that you protect?
Marga,
Hmm.
Marga the baker.
Sure, Marga the baker.
Bread is very important.
Okay. Marga the baker. So, where's a place if they need to find you, that like where at least one of you, that basically the people that you quote unquote work for or pay you, are able to get in touch with you?
I think there's a bar we should hang out with, or hang out at.
It's
We
like
should frequent.
adjacent-ish to the grotto.
So what is where's our grotto? That's over in the
Yeah, I went and it's in the green on the map.
Isn't
Okay,
that
so it's in the docks. Our grotto's in the docks.
I thought we were in the district.
You were on the one below that. That's not Char Hollow. That's Crow's Foot. We're in Crow's Foot.
Oh, but that's genius. We run the neighborhood below that, but our hideout is actually in the docks.
In the docks. All right. Sure.
Oh yeah. So basically, your territory is just like some of the stuff directly across the way.
The Leaky Bucket Tavern in Crow's Foot.
Okay.
Run by Liza.
No, it's run by Marden Gull. It's in the Vice Purveyors thing. I was actually looking.
I thought you were just making stuff up.
The leaky bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the leaky bucket, and Marga the baker comes in looking all kinds of pissed. Says out there that she's still got like bits of flour on her hand and arms, and goes. It actually grabs one of the cups. Abigail takes a drink. Take a wild guess who I had visiting in my shop today.
The governor.
Alphonse. That asshole.
Yes, the governor stopped in, so I came directly to see you, who I pay money for.
Wait, who's the governor?
Will you two please be quiet? Marga, who was in your shop?
Bear and Razorback.
Baron Razorback.
Or
Do I know this name?
Bear is second in command of the Fog Hounds, and Razorback was the big one last time that you...
Oh, yes, Razorback.
Yeah.
I like Baron Razorback, though.
Bear and
I am
Razorback.
Baron Razorback.
I am Baron von Razorback. And what did they want?
Asking a whole lot of questions. Basically let it be known that soon I might have to pay them instead of you.
Dear Marga, you don't have to pay us. And you know, in your heart of hearts, we will do you no harm should you stop. Now, I'm going to go visit Bear and Razorback. I'm going to give them a lesson that I taught Jared last week. But in the meantime, I would like you to consider this. Would they react as politely as I am to you at this very moment? Would they indeed hand you their glass? And I hand her my glass.
Okay. She takes that as well for whoever else she picked up, takes a swig, and goes, whatever you did caused enough problem, the Fog Hounds are coming all the way out here.
Oh, good. That makes it easier on us to not have to track them down.
My dear, I apologize for the inconvenience, but sometimes you have to excuse our smoke while we make improvements.
Just kind of gives you a look at that and goes, well, all I know is I've got people coming in who are scaring off other people in that area, and I guarantee I'm not the only one.
Thank you for letting us know.
I truly appreciate it, and we'll be by for some of your delicious wares later.
And she finishes up the drink and sets it down, gets up and walks out.
I look at my brother and my sister and I say, I think it is time to take over some of their operations.
I agree. Sounds quite delightful.
I'm looking at the just on the cruise sheet. I'm looking at the claim, and I think I want to take their claim, their terrorized citizens claim. That's what I want to do for Bear and Razorback. I want to stake that claim, take it from them. Is that who changed faction? Oh.
Well, I was looking for I thought we had a sheet that was like the full map, like that was just the map by itself. I might have been looking in the book earlier.
It's not on that though.
Yeah, we've got factions and crew as their separate.
So is that acceptable, Michael?
Yeah.
All right, because I think that's the next move is either taking that or street fence, but with them stepping up and fronting, then personally, I just want to put the hurt on them.
I'm happy to help.
So let's, I say we need to gather some information to figure out where or how to hit them. We need to figure out what plan we're going to use, which, well, my preferred plan is usually assault.
Do they have like a symbol or a uniform or like some way that they identify when they're walking around in public?
They'll have their colors. The Fog Hounds are pretty much all sailors. Okay, I have to say that the search feature for I don't know what they did in the Blades in the Dark, but I put in Fog Hounds, Fortunes, and Formulate all show up. I'm like, that's a very poor.
That's not helpful at all.
Yeah. So yeah, they've kind of got their standard colors.
Okay. If they want to talk to the people in our neighborhood, maybe we should find some sailor uniforms and go talk to some people in their neighborhood. Step up their tax and just.
No, I think that we should literally go to their neighborhood that they're protecting and beat the fuck out of some Fog Hounds and offer our protection to take their racket, offering them the same deal that we offer the people in our direct neighborhood. That I'm not going to break your shit. You don't have to pay me. I don't have to protect you from them. But you can see that we just protected you from them, and that's what I'm offering here.
Yeah,
like actual protection from someone else, not me.
Those big sales they do at the orphanage. You can take a cupcake if you want. You can pay for the cupcake if you want.
I'm just saying I'm not going to take your cupcake without paying for it. I'm still trying to find the right accent for Primo.
I noticed last week I was like shifting between 2 or 3, so I'm thinking that when she went to the academy to for a doctor, because she has the military background, they were actually intending to train her as a spy, so she picked up several different accents, and that's why she shifts between them.
Awesome.
Have you ever seen QI?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, one you should. It's great. It's a British. It had Stephen Fry originally as the host. It's a British panel show about really trivia and questions that are so weird and difficult they don't expect them to get right. It's mostly them to kind of go off and do whatever. But it turns out that the person who took over from Stephen Fry, Sandy, has kind of an upper class British accent. And I think she's actually Welsh. And she's like, this accent isn't real. She's like, I learned it when she was at college or one of those other things is where she picked it up. Yeah, so some people will lose their accents when they go specific places.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking I'm like the female Charlie Huffman. like where I have used so many different accents that they just kind of like blend together and come out at random.
Oh, Roy, mate, what the fuck are you doing?
Do we have to? Because by the way, I uploaded a clip, a handout that's score plan. So if anybody wants to look, those are the basic plans for anything: transport, social, occult, stealth, deception, assault, with the detail that we have to provide. So we're going to have to basically provide the point of attack. So
I was going to say, while you're discussing this, I hit one thing real quick. You're in the bar. Damn it. Door opens up, and suddenly everyone gets a little more on edge. Sev, Athena, and Roth come in. Sev, Athena, and Roth are some blue coats, who this is kind of one of their main territories.
Mm-hmm.
These three, this is part of their particular like beat, essentially. Kind of come in, they look around, they see the three of you. Sev points, and Athena and Roth come over and get on the table, kind of real close. It's like Roth much louder, but then what Athena says is a lot quieter. Roth is like, supposed to talk to you over some stuff that happened near the docks the other day, the other side of the river. And then Athena goes, very, very kind of quietly, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you quietly. So Roth is like, and then looks up and goes, "We'll be taking them through the kitchen. They should be back soon."
So I try and muster the most defiant look I can, like we're being harassed by the man, and finish my drink before I stand up.
And who are these people?
They're blue coats,
and these three in particular are the blue coats. Like if this is a television series, these are the three main like cops that you see in this area. So Sev, Athena, and Roth are. This is essentially this is part of their beat or turf.
So they're basically trying to keep up appearances.
Yep.
Could you drop in the chat?
I'm going to kick my chair.
Wait, what?
He wants you to type their names in the chat.
Yeah. Have any of you used Obsidian Portal before?
Yes.
A little bit, long time ago.
All right, I think I'm gonna start like dropping some of these, like create a little campaign and just start because I'm gonna have trouble keeping track of names. So
I'm making a list, but
I also let me do this. Let me send you a edit copy link.
I really wish I had two screens.
I've got two screens, and right now I've got the rule book and then the other stuff like gigantic on the television monitor that's to my right.
oh, this is beautiful. Thank you.
oh, that's wonderful. I accept your link.
It's a Google Pages, a Google Numbers link. It's a spreadsheet where he keeps track of all of our NPCs on the and our scores. It's this is magnificent, Michael. This is like you've done this before.
Yeah, I found when I did with Gauntlet, like we ran. Have you heard of Spectaculars?
Mm-mm.
Have you heard of Dusk City Outlaws?
Yes.
By the same people. So it's a very similar system. But Spectaculars is designed to be kind of, it's a superhero game, but you're kind of playing a superhero comic company.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you've got these different setting books and stuff. So, and it's also designed for people can like create a new character within 3 minutes. Like all that stuff happens really fast. The way you make things. But when we did, Bear and them are mentioned up on the Fog Hounds.
Okay.
But so when I did that with the Gauntlet community, and the Gauntlet community has like drop in and drop out, but I ran 3 months of Spectaculars games last time, and by keeping a Google Sheet with a whole bunch of that stuff, it made it like a one-stop repository of here we can put all the information and keep track of all these different characters and like types of things that we were going for.
Okay, I like this. Thank you.
Cool. All right. So, I slammed my drink back, set it down, indignantly stand up like this is typical harassment. Doggy, what were you doing?
I kicked my chair down, like kick it out from behind me, and let it fall to the floor. Just kind of like, you know.
Roth gets right in your face. You got a problem?
I got a bunch of problems. I got lots of problems. You don't want to know about any of them.
We're about to have one more out through the back.
Sure.
I shoot a glance over my shoulder to see if Sai's coming with us.
Yep.
They're walking her out. As we're on our way through the kitchen, I casually open the cabinet that keeps the bottle and the 6 glasses for us in it. I just grab the bottle and the 6 glasses and walk out. And I'm sure there's a barrel out back in the alley where I just set the glasses down and pour 6 drinks.
Yep. The 3 of them come out, and Thina, when she comes out, actually, then like she's the last one to come, then slams herself really hard into the door.
Well
Then
done.
listens for a second. All right. Yeah, and
Business before pleasure. I raise my glass.
they each kind of grab one. They go, "This is a courtesy call."
Assumed you wouldn't have been so polite otherwise.
So you did good. The Blue Coats Widows and Orphans Fund, and you can hear the quotation marks around it when he says it. Thanks you for your deposit. Just want to let you know, small problem. I mean, I don't care that you killed Jared. First of all, he's outside of our beat. But when murders happen, I mean, we did what we could to kind of keep the heat down on you, but...
It was self-defense. We walked in their building, they attacked. We had no choice.
Just saying, when bodies show up, that's what we got to do.
I understand. Mea culpa. I apologize on behalf of the ministry, and more importantly, on behalf of myself. It was my indiscretion.
Yes. I mean, it's fine. We just, we have to make a show of trying to track people down.
Perfectly understandable. We are with you all the way.
Well, if you need help tracking down those perpetrators, you let us know.
Okay. So they take a moment, kind of set the drinks down.
And
then,
also, if you have anyone else that you need to make a show, that you feel like it would be necessary for you to eventually make a show over, let me know.
Yeah. And he goes, what, we punch each other once or twice, make it look like we got into a scuffle before coming back in?
Ladies first.
Then Thina kind of comes and cracks you across the jaw, and then she actually just like kind of does the same for you to be able to
Give her a punch about the same.
Oh, the ladies are doing it? I thought she was cracking me.
Except ladies first, so
Yeah.
I stepped up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You do the same?
Yeah, I'll hit her back.
Okay.
I believe it's my turn to come out of this unscathed.
He goes, okay, at least like muss your shirt or something.
All right.
Such a pretty boy. And I take my licks and I give them back.
Yeah, and then so they look kind of disheveled. The uniforms and such are
Go right.
If you would do us the courtesy of exiting via the alley,
oh yeah, we'll
help us
also
save
go
some
in front
face.
cursing.
Excellent.
All right, and they kind of head. Like, fuck, God damn it! They're like they go like in front of the window that the leaky bucket has. There, actually, let me move this a little bit. In basically in sight, so that everyone there is able to see them as they're cussing and kicking on the way out. That they've clearly gotten a few knocks were sent their ways.
I pour 3 more quick drinks, take mine, and then start collecting empty glasses so we can go back in through the kitchen and put these back in the cabinet where they go.
Yeah. We are polite guests.
Well, Sigh. Sigh. who am I kidding? Douglas. I can't. Oh, Sophia. I apologize. I should not have killed Jared.
Does happen sometimes.
I'm not complaining.
Make the
Oh,
next.
it was fun. I'm just not sure it was worth it.
We'll make the next few weeks interesting at least.
Indeed.
Now, it's thinking about Razorback.
Before we do anything else, in our downtime, our cohort healed 1 tick, right?
No, you move them towards.
Yeah, we got three quarters of a tick of healing.
Okay, I thought they went down 1 wounded level every downtime session.
I believe you can do like the healing. Let me double check on that.
Oh, is it like 1 automatic and?
I think it's 1 automatic and 2 if 1 player spends time helping them recover.
It would make some sense. Otherwise, you get a little bit wounded and you're in some
fucked.
shit for a while. Which
the healing for?
It just says it's the cohort. It's the thugs, Broke Tooth Tommy and Drudge. But it was I was looking at it the other day. Cohort is under crew. The crew down to cohort. Cohort harm and healing. All of your cohorts heal during downtime. If circumstances are amenable for recovery, each cohort removes 1 level of harm or 2 levels.
Hello? The guy froze up.